Hi, my name is Arnold. I'm 17 years old and I'm involved in the SOS program. This is my 6th year doing it, and how I got started in it was I was invited or recommended by a couple of my teachers to go into the SOS program, mainly because I was kind of shy and I was kind of a good candidate for SOS because it can help you bring out yourself and make you be more social. And so that's how I got started in SOS, because my teachers thought it would be a good idea for me, and it definitely was.
What is SOS?
So SOS is a leadership program, and what it does is it teaches leadership through snowboarding. So 5 days out of the school year, SOS takes their kids up to the mountain, and they use 5 core words: courage, wisdom, compassion, integrity, and discipline. And discipline to teach, and they use those 5 core words to kind of set a basis for how you should live life, and also how to help you see your own life and others. And so when you go up there, a lot of the kids the first year, they're just going up there to snowboard and they don't really know what's going on because it's their first year and so on and so forth. But as you go farther and farther into the program, when you keep coming back and forth, you keep going back to these core words, and you realize your definition of them might change throughout the years, or you see the other people's definition of these words and how that can affect you, and that really kind of teaches you a lot about life and how to live.
Awesome. So, what did you know about life prior to starting SOS?
Well,
What was your experience?
I like to read a lot. I had like 1 or 2 friends, because I wasn't very social. I was like, well, I'll just read, and so I just kind of read in class and never really hung out with anyone. So SOS kind of taught me to be a lot more social, and that's fun.
Yeah. Can you explain your story after going through SOS and being a part of that? Like, how has that changed things for you?
Yeah, so I think the main thing that's changed for me is I've become a lot more outgoing, I think because of SOS. And part of the program is obviously snowboarding, right? Because you're getting the kids up there to do something fun and to do something meaningful. Well, it also might give them the courage to do something else. So when I started snowboarding, I picked it up pretty quick, and I started going, and I've always wanted to snowboard. And so when I started doing that, I think slowly I kind of got the confidence building up. Well, if I can snowboard, why can't I do this? Or if I can do this, why can't I do that? And it's sort of a chain reaction to sort of build yourself up and realize that you can do other stuff.
Awesome. Do you have any advice for kids in high school or middle school if they're kind of feeling shy or disconnected? Do you have advice for them?
Go out and try new things, because you might be surprised at how fun they are.
What kind of new things would you suggest trying? Like anything?
Well, not anything, but so safe stuff. Go out and try things that maybe you don't understand, or you're like, well, that doesn't seem very fun. Why does everyone else enjoy it? Maybe go see for yourself why people enjoy it. Go out and kind of, when you're doing that, you're gonna figure out what you like to do, and then when you figure out what you like to do, you can go do more stuff, and you can find more friends who like to do what you do, similar interests.
What if someone's really scared to try something new? Like, how can they get support to try something?
Well, you can always look to friends for support. I mean, usually a friend might help you out, but that's a good question. Yeah, maybe vamp yourself up and realize you do have some courage to go and try it. I don't know.
Is that part of the core values
Yeah,
you learned?
courage is a core
Courage.
value.
Awesome. Do you think that doing things that are uncomfortable is what helps us to grow?
Well, definitely helps us to grow, because it helps you find yourself and know your limits.
Right.
Knowing your limits is very good.
Awesome.
In sports and in life.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So did you learn good boundaries from snowboarding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I obviously learned my physical boundaries, which I end up pushing each year. So you got to push your boundaries a little bit to get better and better. But it also kind of pushed my social boundaries. You know, it obviously made me a lot more outgoing and social instead of more introverted.
Right. Cool. Do you think there's an advantage to being an introvert?
Yeah. I mean, Jenna, my girlfriend, she's an introvert.
Uh-huh.
And it really just kind of depends on your personality type, how you do it, because if she was around people 24/7, that would not be fun. She would go crazy eventually. So it definitely, there are advantages to being an introvert. It just depends on what your personality is.
Right. But you feel more comfortable?
Being more extroverted?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Cool. So how do you see yourself using what you've learned from SOS in the future for what you do in life?
Well, you really use social skills in everything you do. You know, you obviously have to get along with your work employees, you have to get along with family members, and so on and so forth. But also, SOS has taught me some leadership, and along with other things that have taught me leadership, that's a very good skill to have. Whether you're leading from the sidelines or you're in a leadership position, it's a good thing to have to guide and help people out where you need to. Say, if you're seeing someone struggle, this SOS, for say, gives you a lot more background in how to help someone that's struggling, especially now that I've been a Sherpa. You know, it gives you a lot of information on how to pick them up, dust them off, and get them going again.
Do you know what United Way of Southwest Colorado is?
Well, I know they seem to be an awesome organization that sole purpose is to fund nonprofit organizations and organize community projects. Sounds
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Did you know that we support SOS?
I learned that today.
Now you know?
Now I know.
What do you think of that?
I think that's pretty cool. I've never really heard of a program that's sole purpose is like fund, and I think that's cool that someone did that and thought of it and spent a lot of time doing that, because it can't be very profitable when you're giving all your money away. It's definitely took a good soul to start it.
Yeah. What do you think the advantage is of having an organization fund other local nonprofits?
Well, the definite advantage is because they're funding so many, they can bring them together. And Tiger Team is kind of a word we use in the aerospace. And so that means you can set people on the problems where that's all they work on until it gets done. And so basically you could set Tiger Teams onto like organizations that are similarly, have similar goals, and they can work together and use each other's resources to do that. So that's really cool. Also the fact that they have a stable partner, because a lot of times these organizations, they're nonprofit and they don't have a way to really get money unless they're really experienced in how to do fundraisers, or they have sponsors and so on and so forth. And if you have a sponsor like United, it's a lot easier to stay afloat and continue the cause.
Awesome. That's a really great insight. Thank you. Do you have any advice for our community? Anything you'd like to see happen here? Or anything you'd like to say?
Well, Durango tends to be a super involved community, you know, more than most, but any advice that I would give is just, you know, look into your community. There's always something going on that you can get involved in. There's always something else to